Childhood culture has changed dramatically.
Kids, this is a toy you've got to have.
Look at the fun Debbie and Andy are having with these realistic ride-em toys.
Although it's true there was advertising to children back in the 1950s, the 1960s, even in the 70s, the amount of it was very confined in comparison to today.
You want to get a Slinky.
Outdoor advertising companies and marketers are outside influences. They don't care about you. They don't care about your neighborhood. They care about your eyeballs.
When you go out on a street and look and see nothing but a big clutter of signs, what else is that other than visual pollution?
Advertising is a form of propaganda. We must never forget this. And propaganda makes one point repeatedly.
Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
Sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out.
There should be some little pop-up that comes on and says advertisement. It could be a scroll at the bottom, it could be a little pop-up, whatever. At the moment people are being advertised to, they should know they're being advertised to.
Kids are being marketed to through brand licensing, through product placement.
We may not like being sold to, but sometimes it works.
What do they call a Big Mac?
Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
1 minute we're watching a movie, and the next minute it's a commercial.
What?
Too soon to know how much Man of Steel will bring in during its opening weekend, but chances are producers aren't too concerned, and that is because before a single ticket was even sold, the latest in the Superman franchise raked in more than $160 million through product placement.
When you look at the way movies are made today, you almost should be in the aisles of a supermarket. They're so closely connected to selling products.
Everything's a product. This is all a ploy to sell kids more and more pricey plastic products.
Where should I be able to go where I don't see one bit of advertising?
To sleep.
3, 2, 1. Everything's a product. We're licensed until